We're live.
Oh.
My dog stinks.
Mine too.
That's not a euphemism, by the way. It's not. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. How long has it been since the last game?
Too long.
Long time.
It's always
4
too
weeks
long.
at least, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
So
Must
I'll
be a
try
month.
my best for a recap. Everyone, please feel free to jump in if I've missed bits or you've forgotten bits, whatever. You are working with Velin Harpel, who is a wizard and a member of the Arcane Brotherhood. You are helping her to find where she believes to be a lost city of an ancient civilization, and she wants to explore and plunder and what have you, as wizards are wont to do. It's not quite so easy as walking up to a door and walking in, though. First, you had to find the place. Apparently, it's buried underneath the Reged Glacier that Sock knows about. And it was also locked. The passage was barred somehow, some way that you didn't know at the time. You did lots of investigating and following up on different threads, and you were led to search for a book, a codicil of the White, or of White it was called, and this was supposedly the key to opening the entrance into the glacier, which has been magically sealed. You found it. You returned to Velin. Velin, in the meantime, while you were off searching for the book, had managed to find the entrance, and she led you there. As you arrived, you were confronted or greeted by some friendly tribesfolk and then some unfriendly tribesfolk, varying different rival tribes. And a battle ensued, and as you were gaining the upper hand and making, let's face it, short work of the Tiger tribe, Frost Maiden decided to show up. The tables turned. Significantly, character was downed. I think maybe more than one character was downed. A few people went down unconscious. I think one person died and was then promptly resurrected. Congratulations. Promptly resurrected. Had the resources to do so. And you retreated to the entrance of the glacier, where the remainder of the survivors of the friendly elk tribe had retreated to and begun casting. And as you race towards them and leave the remainder of the fight behind, a number of cold walkers are shambling towards you as we speak. You've raced ahead to the entrance to the glacier. You notice a shimmering field up around Mienir, the shaman of the elk tribe. He's concentrating with a few of the surviving tribesfolk around him, protecting him. And at this moment he finishes casting the spell and his eyes open, but you can see he's concentrating really hard still. Clutching this smooth obsidian stone in his hand, perhaps the focus of this particular spell or magic. And he says, I can hold them off for a short while with this. For as long as I can hold, I will hold this and give you time to get in and away.
We've lost too many already. There must be another way.
Come inside with us. If the Tiger Tribe come back, there's too few of you.
Yeah, surely you can hold us from the other side of the door.
Yes, we can retreat inwards, but yes, if that's what you'd like, we can come further in. Maybe get into the shelter, and we can hold for longer.
Our brothers and sisters died well today, but we don't need to lose any more.
We need
waving. Tribesfolk, and they begin to pack up. Still have weapons at the ready, and they begin backing into the cave.
So there are still cold light walkers behind us.
Yeah, and as you're having this conversation, and you see them, and some of the giants are still there as well, leaving big, deep impressions in the snow under the weight of the colossal forms, clad in steel and armor. They get to the periphery of where this kind of shimmering, almost imperceptible light from the spell is, and they go no further. They can go no further. They just stop and pace, shifting imperceptibly, the wind blowing through the remnants of scraggly hair.
Let's not waste the time we've been bought. Let's get inside quickly.
I can finish them. I still have some spells.
We have time on our side with this protection. Perhaps your brothers, Tok, can finish them at range.
They can't come in. They can't come in. Do we need to? We might find something in there that lets us finish them easily.
Can I just take Tok's hand and start pulling him in with me, whilst over my shoulder, just throw in some sacred flames out?
Sure.
Yeah, Tok will probably just be completely like stationary. I can imagine Cass pulling, but he's just planted.
Tok.
Belin's keen to run ahead. She's scampering in.
Can we? I can't believe I'm saying this. Can we bring this entrance down? Can we close it up?
Maybe it will close once we get inside. Let's get inside.
Can you cast web so if anything runs in it, it just gets held back a bit?
I can certainly do that. It's not a very large spell, but it might slow something down.
How about some traps?
Have this conversation inside, and she's like pulling on his arm. Why are you so big? Come on.
They'll notice that you're pulling and turn and start walking in. No one gets left behind. No one else.
No.
I've lost all I want to lose today.
And that includes you, so come on.
Yeah, once everyone's in, I'll be in.
Move your goddamn token with me.
That's what the M's are for.
Yeah, I can't even see my token.
Once everyone's in, I'll take out the wand of web and just put some web up, as much as it will take, across the entrance to maybe slow something down if it comes in.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough.
The entrance here is quite narrow. We could hold this against the larger number for quite some time if we needed to. Not to mention the edge.
Please just move. My head hurts. If you look at Eris, one of her ears is all crumpled and it's barely hanging on as it's being pretty much cleaved off her head.
And Cass will run over, but she won't let go of Tok, so if Tok resists, will you come with her?
Yeah, I'll go with her.
Okay. Okay. Here. These spells. Do I have? 13 for you, Eris.
Thank you. So the ear kind of starts to form back on, but you notice there's also like a massive gash in her shoulder where it's on deep. She's still not looking good. But this is better.
Have this too. I'll pass over a potion of healing.
No, you should keep that, Fredrida.
Oh, I have another. So it's okay. I don't know how to give it to you. No.
Who else? Barden? Where's Barden?
Herd's probably just going to be walking rather slow and sluggish, kind of towards the deeper entrance into the cave, kind of rubbing a lot of smeared blood off his face onto his ponytail, as if it's like a little handkerchief, dragging his hammer behind him rather lazily with his offhand.
Stop, Barden, you need to stop. Come here. And Cass is gonna walk over, and again, she's not letting go of Talk unless he resists.
I'm not resisting. What's... Barden's
Here.
gonna be tired for a while. It's
I'll throw
exhausting.
that.
It's exhausting dying. Or rather, it's exhausting coming back.
We all need to rest, all of us. I'll do what I can with what I've got left.
I hope that's the last of the danger. And Tok's, you'll see Tok's clothes are all shredded, and he's just got slashes all the way across his body. His face is covered in blood. His blood's dripping out of his mouth and his nose. Got like sort of, I think you can actually see a bit of rib on his rib cage. Yeah, he's pretty beaten up, but he's not showing it.
When Cass has helped clean up Barden a bit, she'll turn to Tok and suddenly see that, and I'd probably attempt to push the bone back in and shh. Shush.
I just need to sit down.
We all just need to sit down, but we don't know what's coming, and I can still help.
That one always pops out when I get a chest wound. It's just...
Yeah, I've noticed. We need to look at that, but what was that?
Locke is just popping firebolts out through the gap, whatever's left. Of the cold light walkers and the skeletons, and honestly, this isn't going to be a problem. I could probably take all these on myself anyway, so if you wanted to go ahead, I've got this.
Herd is going to wander over towards Tok, with the fresh blood wiped away from his face. You'll probably see that Herd's got quite a new kind of deep scar most of his face from where a giant had attempted to cleave him in half. And he will pat Tok on the shoulder and give him 10 healing from his lay on hands.
Should thank you, Herd. You should have saved that for yourself.
I have a few spells left. But we should probably see what's
Honestly,
deeper inside.
I just need to sit down. I clot so quickly. Maybe it's something to do with a cold, but like, give me an hour. I won't be bleeding anymore.
Do we have an hour?
We need to find out. Look, Locke's got the entrance. Let's let's go a little bit in, see if we can see if we're safe and we can all rest. And she's again pulling Tok away.
Can you
Hey, where are we
spare?
going?
Can you spare maybe 10 minutes before we go further in?
What if something comes from that side?
Well, we'll find out, I suppose.
We just dealt with overwhelming numbers. We almost
But your friends.
took out Brunhild. We seem to have got rid of the Frost Maiden for now.
But your friend told us he could only hold that aura, that repellent, for a while. So let's not waste it. Let's just head in and see if we can find what we need. Otherwise,
Okay.
the fight's not finished.
Okay.
Yeah, well, everything is clear and safe so far, so you can come this way, at least.
Sit down for an hour.
You hear Velin from further into the caves calling.
How is Tok and Iris looking?
Tok's looking pretty good now. I've got. I'm probably just above blooded now.
She's doing okay. She looks beaten, but she's doing okay. She's not worth the spells or lay on hand points at the moment.
Okay. Well, I have no lay on hands points left.
Well, then she's
what?
absolutely fantabby-dozy.
Okay.
Quickly, let's go. We can't let other people find whatever's in here first.
Okay. Eris, if you're tired and you were quite ferocious in that battle, I was impressed. I don't mind carrying you for a while if you want to rest.
I'll just keep moving. And she's like trying to chase after Fredrida, who has far longer legs than she does. And she's kind of like waving back to you to like hurry you up.
So your call, guys, whether you want to try and take a rest or want to push on.
We need to take a rest.
I think so. We're all hurt.
You hear a few chuckles from Nevin. He's having a great time. Locke out front. See, they're almost down already.
What's
Try
that?
being a
What's
bit more
that?
humble about it.
He's got this.
Yeah, he's got this.
Arden wants to talk. I'll walk over to him. And again, I've still not let go. Are you coming?
It seems so. Cass, you can let go. I'm here.
What?
We're all here. We're all fine. You can let go. I'm not going anywhere.
She'll sort of look up at Tok and then look down at their hands. And go bright red. Sorry.
It's okay. It was bad. But we made it.
Yeah. Mostly. I'm sorry, your tribe.
Yeah. Well, they died good deaths, and that's all we can ask for in these times. But now we have to make it count.
Well,
It has to mean something.
you should talk to Minye?
Close enough.
Mienir.
Minye.
I will.
I need to talk to Barden.
Look, I don't know if you've brought anyone back before. I was brought back, as you know, the most exhausting thing he'll ever do, short of dying itself. So he's gonna be tired for a while. And he's gonna be feeling a lot of things. He might have seen something, he might not.
That's good to know. Maybe you should talk to him. No, he asked for me. I can go.
I can't talk to everyone. I'll go talk to Mjolnir. You check he's okay.
And before she lets go of his hand properly, she'll go, I hope you're okay.
I've been worse. Are you okay?
Fine. I mean, physically fine. Emotionally,
You've got blood in your hair. It's darker red than normal. Maybe Morgul can get that out for you. Hey Morgul, can you do that prodigious dissertation and on whatever it's called?
Dissertation, of course, I can.
Yeah.
What needs to be done?
Well, Cassie's hair's red, but it's not normally blood red.
Oh, you need it clean. Of course, I can do that. Of course, no problem. I'll just start waving my hand over and letting the blood drain off of her hair, dry out and disappear.
And then
Not
I will
important,
I will get a bandage and I'll wrap it around the wound
you don't.
clumsily.
She'll go to protest and then just let it happen. Thank you.
Okay, right. I'll go talk to Mjolnir. You guys look after Herd. He's gonna be feeling it.
Just as I finish cleaning off the blood out of her hair, if anyone's noticing very carefully as she turns her head, like bright sparks come out the back of her hair, and as she moves her head around, it things look like the bright sparks coming out of her hair. And I just look down at Eris and wink.
You'll notice that Eris is now kind of leant against the Pred Leader's leg, and she's asleep. She's out for the count. She's just stood, leaning.
I'll just pick her up.
We'll fall into it.
Buck will take his cloak off, his fur cloak, and put it over it. And then pretty much wander off with just a ripped shirt and shorts, because he doesn't feel the cold.
Yeah, and Eris's hair is going to spark for an hour. I just noticed I could do that on the spell, so I thought it'd be fun.
Who wants to go
Well,
first?
He's having a conversation.
After you.
Cass will go sit down next to Herd.
Herd at this point probably would be ignoring the fact he has a newly scarred face. That it may be slightly disfiguring based on how I decide to redraw him with his new scar at a later date. But he's probably just going to be like checking his shield and trying to patch through some of the torn and slightly cleaved plate mail that he recently purchased and some of his undergear.
The hurt's gonna get infected. Come here, and she's gonna take off the awful bandaging around her and redo it for Barden's scar. How are you feeling?
Not particularly great in a lot of respects. I don't really know what happened out there. It's just helped pull Eris off the ground, and then there was a giant skeleton. And then I kind of woke up surrounded by kobolds, I think.
Don't remember anything in between. You didn't see anything?
I felt really cold and really disappointed about things. It was weird. But no, I didn't really see anything, no.
It's an odd thing to say to someone who is talking to me right now, but for a few seconds you died.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what happened, I think. I've been knocked out a few times, but I didn't wake up again with a giant gash running halfway through my face.
It will heal. I mean, you'll always have it, I think, but it will just scar.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those. I'm not really that bothered by a new one.
I'm really sorry that you've been pulled into all of this. I mean, I asked you, but when we asked you, we didn't. We knew we were going after the Frost Maiden, but we didn't know about the dragon or the tiger tribe at the time. And if you want to walk away, I would understand.
No, it's fine. I mean, I was sent up here to try and help 10 towns. And I am technically a wandering crusader. I'm kind of like oath sworn to help out as best as I can. And if the Frost Maiden's causing problems for everyone out here, then it's kind of like the best thing that I can do is try and combat all of it.
I mean, that was close, but we feel close. If that was the Frost Maiden, we beat her in some way. I don't think we beat her, but
Inconvenience, maybe.
But I think with us is the best place to be if that's what you're interested in. Helping 10 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few awkward situations around it all. Like, I don't know what's really happened with one of my kids who kind of lived in 10 towns. So at some point I'm going to have to follow up on that.
Cass will just be mouth agape for a bit. You have kids. I didn't know that.
I've got like at least 3 that I know of.
Okay. But you still do this?
They don't really want me around. They don't. They're not exactly young kids. The oldest one I know about, the one who lives up in 10 towns, I think he's probably over 50 years old at the moment. He says, I think.
Don't look 50. Okay.
Oh, I don't know how old I am.
You don't know where one of your kids is?
Well, I know 2 of them live down in Waterdeep. And the other one, he lived in one of the northern areas of 10 towns. It was one of my bigger motivators for coming up after I heard about the Shardlin Dragon incident. I asked around in Bryn Shander the last time we were there, but no one's heard from him yet.
So sorry. What's his name?
His name's Ison. I didn't pick it.
And he looks like you?
He's a lot more human looking than me.
Well, if you're determined to come with us, then when we get back, we'll find him. It's the least we can do for your help out there.
Sure, he's probably fine. He's pretty hardy.
How much do I believe him?
Make an insight. And Barden, you can roll privately a perception or deception at your discretion.
Would you like me to private it for you?
No, you can just do it yourself if you like, and if you see Cass's insight, you can.
It's a tie.
Insight.
Rollies.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
How did Barden get a +3 on rollies?
Yeah. Oh yeah. How did I get her? Yeah. Yeah. You can. I think at that point you can probably be like, Hood is concerned, but there's definitely the impression there that he doesn't get on very well with his son. Based on his profession as a crusader, that might have made things a little awkward.
You should have told us you had kids. We don't actually know much about you, and we've nearly died alongside you, twice in the past 2 weeks?
Well, I mean, I have died, I guess. But yeah, it's really awkward. Like, I didn't really know that I had kids for a few decades, in some cases. So, I didn't meet Ison until he was probably in his early 20s. And then, my 2 kids down in Waterdeep, my little son, they're twins. They're both, I don't know how old they are. I think they're probably in their 20s somewhere. One of them doesn't really want anything to do with me, and the other one's just kind of interested, but not exactly thrilled to see me all the time. But I guess that's what happens when you're kind of not really there and you don't really understand what it all actually means.
Well, if you tell them about this, I'm sure they'd be kind of proud. But first, you might have to make them understand why you do it. You're a good man, and it doesn't sound like you had much choice in whether you could actually bring them up.
I've not really had a lot of interest in anything, really.
We have time to make those relationships better.
I really don't know how much better those are going to get.
You don't know if you don't try.
Like, there would probably be a very visible uncomfortableness to that suggestion where it's like, oh, shit.
She'll probably pat his hand and just be like, "It's okay."
Oh, well, there's a negative element to this, to the thing I'm about to say, which is very self-deprecating. But I remember when we were on Grimskull, I think I told you that you'd make a good mother at some point, if you chose to go that way. And I still think that's true, but I kind of feel like that's kind of more based on you're not doing what I've been doing with my kids.
Thank you, I suppose.
Yeah, it's a very underhanded compliment on my at my expense, I suppose.
We'll come out the other side of this and maybe I could meet them.
Maybe. I don't know how they're all gonna take it, but
Well, hopefully on the other side of this you'll be one of the heroes that saved 10 towns.
we'll see. I have to not die again first.
You really think I'd be a good mom?
Yeah. I mean, you're pretty pale.
And we've lost Jim, but that's okay, because I was going to use that as a segue into looking longingly at Tok. Tok, your turn.
She'll
Probably
probably
be-
catch. Oh,
Oh, he's back.
Oh yeah, I was gonna have a quick thing of like Head will probably follow Cass's eye line and just have that moment of like, oh, didn't see that
I don't
coming.
know. I don't know. You should probably roll insight. I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, sure, I'll roll insight.
There's some
won't it-
unwarranted shipping going on here.
I got a 13. No, a 14 even.
Yeah, she's too tired to not be just looking directly at him.
You're like, oh,
And Herd draws his own conclusions, whether they're real,
okay.
imagined, or not. But it gets Herd thinking.
I have a gaping hole in my brain. I don't know what to think right now.
Meanwhile, oh, you muted, pal.
I am. I shall wander up to Mjolnir. Is he casting or is he free?
He's free. He's done casting, but he's still sat down and he's trying to remain poised and calm. And his eyes are open, but he's not trying to engage in any direct conversation. He will speak, but he's not actively engaging it with others.
Are you injured?
I'm fine.
We all say we're fine. When we know we're not, it's an elk thing. Are you injured?
Truly, Tok, I am fine.
Okay. Thank you.
I fared better than some of our brothers, alas.
Well, this is
Such
why
as-
we need to make sure we live through this and we can
Such
tell the
as our
story of how they fell so that we could end this all.
Exactly.
Well, I'm so glad that at least some of us survived. You especially, old friend.
Likewise. There needs to be some of us so that we can rebuild.
Yeah. As you say, one's enough, but more is better.
We've seen enough thin winters through our years talk,
We have.
such is the cycle of life.
It may seem a weird time to ask you this question, but you understand the spirits and magic and things like that, and you remember who I was before. Just a man like you. Are there
Yes.
ways to go back? Change me back?
I dare say there are talk.
So, you know how some things go together? And some things don't.
I'm sure there are ways talk. I've seen it.
Like, I've been thinking more and more of late. I always thought fire and ice didn't go together. I can't help feel like it should. But oh well, I'm this. I'm not making any sense. And he will
And why would
glance
that
over
be?
at Cass.
Yeah, and he just kind of smiles, looks down at the stone in his hand. Why would that be a problem? Of course you know fire and ice goes together. It's the cornerstone of our existence here. Talk. We don't survive on this land without fire. Everything is a spectrum. Nothing is black and white. And there is no all-encompassing evil or divine goodness. I know everyone has opinions, but there is the world and those that exist in it. That's all that matters.
Well, I always thought divine goodness was something bigger than us. Something unknowable, something not to be known, but I think that kind of divinity is actually all around us. These people that I'm with, they had no reason to come here other than I asked them to. And they risked everything. And some of them lost everything. So I think divinity's real. And I don't even think it's unknowable. It's all around us.
People have different names for different things, Talk. People have different names for the same thing.
I don't know if we're going to win this. I don't know if we're going to come out of here alive. I don't know if the winter will stay ended. But would you do a blessing on something for me? It's a gift for someone, and it would mean a lot to me if you would say the old words and bless it before I...
Yeah, if it's within my power, Talk, of course.
I don't want any spells, just the words are enough.
Of course.
And he'll just pass him something wrapped up in a scruffy ball of cloth. It's probably an old bloody bandage or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he curls back one, then two corners of this old rag, sees a glimpse. He doesn't continue unwrapping, just folds it back up. He looks up at you, catches you in your eye, looks square at you in the eye. Of course, it would be my pleasure and my honour, Talk, of course.
Is it a bad idea?
Not at all.
Okay. I'll get that from you after. That's my incentive to make it back out.
Okay, we'll be here.
Good luck.
You too, old friend.
And if your luck runs out, die well. I know you will. And he'll just turn and walk away.
His gaze, you don't see, but his gaze stays on your back for a few seconds longer, lingers. He too turns round and faces back out into the weather. Resumes his seated position, cross-legged. So, you all have these conversations and take stock. As these conversations have been happening, you notice Velen and her kobolds. Well, the kobolds have set up a small campfire. They're taking it in turns to keep warm. And in the meantime, they're going backwards and to the sleds outside and ferrying as much as they can, ramming their bags and packs full of as many supplies and equipment as they feel that they can comfortably carry. And anybody else that feels that they might want to do that may do that. They want to stock up on torches or whatever you think of general sort of adventuring equipment, you may do so.
I just found a room to sit on anyway, and while Eris is sleeping, just wrap my cloak over her and keep her warm with my prestidigitation again. Just raise the temperature a little bit, just to make her sleep a little more comfy till she wakes up. I'm watching Velen like a hawk.
Like you say, she's pretty busy, just filling her bag up with equipment from the sled, rations and the like. She doesn't appear to be doing anything untoward at this moment in time. But with the conversations and the to and fro in from the sleds, will have been at least an hour of non-strenuous activity. If anybody wants to take a short rest, you can stay longer if you want to try a long rest, but you can certainly have a short rest within this time.
Is anyone tempted to try and take a long rest?
Oh, I'm more than tempted because I have.
No spells. Same here.
I'm now at 69 hit points, so I'm fine.
That's because you murdered an army, Eris. That's why you're tired.
Yeah.
Now, it is around about midday. Well, I hadn't told you this before the game, so if you want to try for a long rest, I will. But going forward, it's going to be impossible to sort of take a long rest if you've only been up for like 4 hours or something. So, because you physically won't be able to sleep.
Yeah, you can only have a long rest once every 24 hours, can't you?
Yeah.
So we're going to press on then with the short rest.
Some nice hit dice being rolled, stocking up on your, pushing those HP back up.
Hit dice, 21 points. Lathander has left me.
The what? Oh, Lathander. Oh, have you lost your temps?
Yeah, I mean, we get those.
Oh, yeah, your luck.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I'm actually on full again. You probably
Yeah.
see Tok just waiting for the blood to freeze and then breaking it off.
I had quite. It looked like I had quite a bit of health down. I rolled 1d6. It's all back to full again. I remembered I'm a wizard.
Ooh.
I'm very loaded up. What am I carrying?
The weight of the world.
Yeah.
My God, I have one spell slot.
Oh no.
I have
Okay.
a couple.
What
but-
is it? What
Oh,
level
I've
is
got
it?
2 spell slots. I've got 1 fourth and I've got 1 second.
I've got 2 first and 2 second, so I can do some emergency healing at a push. Oh no, the wall has fallen down. We can
got-
see into the real world.
I've got
Oh,
one
wait.
Great and
fourth of a
powerful
spell.
Oz.
Oh no, the illusion is broken.
Oh, you can do that thing with Channel Divinity to get a spell slot back, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
there we go.
I like the fact that everything else has fallen down behind Matt except the Frost Maiden, who's just lingered.
Remain steadfast.
Yes, it's not
Yeah.
a menacing premonition at all.
No portent here. The whole world may crumble around us, but she persists.
If you're happy with a short rest, and as you're beginning to head towards the entrance to go further into the caves, you notice Locke doesn't follow. He doesn't really say anything. I think he's probably trying to not make a big deal of it, but he isn't following. And as you continue, we will need a marching order, I think.
I suppose either Tok or Herd is going to be at the front.
Yeah, makes sense, I suppose.
We'll say Herd because he has a high armor class. Not that it saved him the last time.
Ourselves in a marching order on the map.
She's just going to stick next to Fred Reader wherever he goes in the marching order.
Okay, I guess it's only those in the front and the back that I really need to know.
Have you got good perception, Herd?
No.
Hello.
Hello.
Follow the ceilings.
You know, Herd, you look kind of exhausted. Dying does that to you. And I kind of have a knack for knowing if there's a trap. Well, I don't have a knack for knowing there's a trap, but I have a knack of getting out of the way if a trap goes off, so maybe I should go first.
I'm pretty good at getting out of the way. Traps, sometimes. But if you wanna, if you're insistent you want to go first, you're welcome to, I guess. I'm not exactly going to arm wrestle you over it.
Hey, if you want to go first, you go first, but I'm just saying.
No, after you.
No, please.
Away I go.
Who's in front?
Heard.
Okay, you don't have dark vision, do you?
No, so I'll have a torch out.
Okay.
I
also have dark
can
vision.
dancing lights.
Too late now.
I'm right behind Herd because
Um,
he said his perception's not great.
Okay. Cass behind. Who's in the back?
I shall walk behind. If anything comes behind us, I can just web up the passageway and hopefully slow it down and yell.
Fred Reader's at the back.
But
If Erin next to him.
Yes.
This might help, Head, and I'll you'll see. I open my hand and sort of balls of light will just shoot out of it and start bobbing around the heads in front of Herd and dancing lights.
Oh, that's a lot better than a torch.
Oh,
Can I just get some information on the kind of caves that we're in? Kind of how big are they? How steep are they? What's the roofing like?
sure. Well, it varies greatly as you progress in. All light and weak light anyway up in this region, but all light that was filtering in from outside is pretty soon shut off, and you're in complete darkness. So the dancing lights or torches or anything come into their own. If for those without dark vision, you either need that or you need to put a hand on somebody, or you're completely blind.
Steve, is it very narrow?
It is very narrow.
Okay, well they would probably get 2
parts,
minutes in and notice that Toc's not there.
So it was Herd and Cass in the front, so Toc would have been in the middle somewhere.
And nobody would have got to where it's narrow and just stopped.
Well, let's go to a scene. So you progress in, and it gradually gets narrower and narrower and narrower. And the tunnel roof gets lower and lower and lower, and it's almost to a point where you're single file.
Yeah, and Toc would probably stop and just
now
hang back.
You're at a point of deciding whether well, I guess.
He'd just be standing there.
And Herd and Cass would have gone in, and then
Yeah.
you would be blocking the entrance.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah.
We were behind you.
And you would just hear him saying, "It's just ice. It's just ice. Just ice."
You okay, Toc?
Yeah. I don't like enclosed spaces. I got buried in an avalanche once and as a kid, and I know it's just ice and it's safer than snow. It's probably not going to bury us alive and suffocate us. But yeah, I don't like it. Don't tell Cass.
Of course not.
I don't want her to know I'm scared.
Don't worry. I have ways of hollowing out a hole bigger if we need it. So don't panic. If that makes you feel better.
Could you go and check that if it stays narrow for a long time, I'll probably just wait here.
Okay, no problem. Just let us past, and I'll send a message back. I'll call you down if it gets wider.
Okay. They'll probably squeeze past each other awkwardly.
Yeah, so it's narrow in comparison to some of the other chambers. When I say narrow, the narrowest parts are, you could put your arms out and touch a wall either side, but at no point are you sort of turning to the side to squeeze through anything narrow like that. But it still feels quite claustrophobic, especially because it's dark as well.
Yep. He'll just hang back and let him go.
I leave one of my dancing lights hanging around next to Toc to make him so much we can see.
Okay. So I've paused it because Jim's doing his normal thing of running off. So I'm going to say I'll unpause.
You said we were in a narrow place, so I put me in a narrow place.
So I'll unpause it. But if you're all not together and something happens, then that's where you are, because you're in control of your tokens.
So is Velin behind Cass? We were behind, then Toc, and then us, and then so now Toc's back and And me and Eris are at the back now, apart from Tok, and Locke's not there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Locke's not there, yeah.
Yeah, at some point I'll probably turn around and go, "You're not Tark?"
Oh, hello, my dear.
And I'll see him at the back. And like,
He's just
Okay.
guarding the back, Cass. He said he needed to just make sure we all got in okay. Don't worry, he'll be along.
okay. Velen, do you know what we're looking for?
Yes, anything of interest and value. These places and spaces here have not been seen for many years. Who knows what we'll find?
That's what worries me.
It's exciting.
She'll just press on.
So, Herd, you feel the tunnel widen out, and you can see in your flickering torchlight all the walls around glisten. Everywhere's covered in like a permafrost, and it's glittering, sparkling everywhere, lit up by your torchlight. And the cavern opens up before you. You see. Your first thought is shipwreck. You hid in a ship. Back on Grimskull. But you know there's no sea or ocean or river or waterways around here. So as it widens out here, it's around about 30 foot high, so it's much taller now.
As soon as I see that it widens out, I'll just look back at Tok and go, give him a thumbs up and just bring him.
Okay, Tok will be like, "It's just ice. It's just ice. It's just ice," and then he will like take a deep breath and hold it, and move through the tunnel, holding his breath, which will probably make him feel worse. But
we have routes to go now. It seems. I don't know which way people want to go.
Oh, Sky Coach. You know of these. Morgul?
What?
Where is the scholar?
what?
Need somebody to talk to.
Hello?
Sky Coach. Netherese Sky Coach. I thought I would never see something like this. Heard as you approach towards down the bottom there. It's a 20-foot drop there in front of you.
Thank you for telling me.
I would have been tempted not to say anything if I was you.
And Velin is clambering all over these this wreckage, wooden wreckage, masts. And
She'll pick up, try and look at something, try and uncover, like scrape away the snow, or uncover, try and see if I can see anything, if there's anything written or any signs of markings or anything on any of the bits of wood.
yeah, if you're having a mooch around, you'll find some skeletons, long dead, dusty, covered in ice, of course. No heads, no skulls. Oh, yeah, these must be the passengers, obviously. I wonder how old these bones are.
Goodness me, must have been here an awfully long time.
You also see a big iron box. And as you get closer and see numbers or numerical symbols, you presume it to be a combination lock, and you know, you put one on one together and get that it's a safe.
Well, this is interesting. I wonder if... Can I... Is it heavy? Can we pick it up?
You did you try?
Yes. Yeah.
It looks heavy for sure. And as you put hands on it and begin to get a feel, try to rock it, it's about £200.
Goodness me. Probably lift it, but can we get it open?
Do you know what's in that thing?
No. It looks like some
It's
sort
as
of...
old as it think it is. Then maybe we found everything we need already, and we can turn around.
Well, I wouldn't open it here in an enclosed space when we're all still not at our best.
Why don't
Oh.
you all go up the corridor and I'll open it?
We'll wait here a moment. We could, if you give me some time looking at it, I might be able to see if there's anything, at least magical, that's involved here. I can't tell if there's other sorts of traps, but I can certainly look for that.
Yeah,
Well-
I'd do that first because I was just going to smash it open.
Give me
Guess
10
you've got
minutes or so.
time, because we need to work out how to get down here.
So can we use this sky coach thing?
Oh, it's
Looks
quite wrecked.
It looks a bit knackered. I don't really see the value in it, but
No, no, these are non-functional, unfortunately. But yes, I would. The ancient Netherese would use these to travel from enclave to enclave and different regions of the city. Quite remarkable. You do detect magic from within the safe.
Because I'm casting it so I can look at the safe, but I can't. I'm supposed to be a ritual, but it's cast it as a spell slot.
Oh, do you want to put you? Can you manually add your spell slot back on?
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's fine, no problem.
Have you made it known you would like to detect magic, Thread Reader? Because I'm only just back. I nipped away for a quick second.
Yes, I'm looking at the safe. So detect magic from inside, did you say?
Yes.
Well, there's certainly something magical here, but I can't see that it's on the outside. Can I see what school it's from?
Yeah, you would see enchanting.
Well, I don't think it's certainly not sure it's anything explosive. If it is trapped, I think we'll be safe enough space-wise, but aside from that, I can't tell. There is some sort of enchantment in there, but I'll get it open now.
I could try the hammer method.
Wish I had knock prepared so many times, and I didn't this time.
it's always
We-
the way.
We could always open it later, and you could always use that hammer to secure this rope so we can get down this precipice.
Why are we
Yeah.
going that way?
Oh, I don't know. We can check the other ways.
And with that odd little bit of permission, can Eris kind of run up to each of the other entrances and kind of see if she can hear anything? Because with these kind of caves, I'm hoping sound travels.
Sure, make a perception check. 18. You hear, well, generally speaking, just on the whole, and everybody hears this, is the monumental creaking and cracking of the glacier as a whole, which is a huge piece of a huge geographical feature, and it's suddenly undergone some change that it hasn't seen for a long time. So there's massive settling, cracking noises, and I mean, there's no sign of anything collapsing around you, but it's just something that everybody notices upon entry. It's just huge creaking and cracking, distant places in this glacier. More locally, you hear what sounds like torchlight, which is strange in and of itself, considering this place is supposed to be abandoned. Unless, of course, it's magical torchlight or whatever. And sure enough, you see as you look down, and obviously you can't see around the corners, but you can see some light bouncing off the ice walls. But it's not torchlight; it's more like a greeny glow.
I will
So
update
it's almost
people as
green torchlight.
Yeah.
Is what you surmise.
Well, I can't hear anything down here really, but there's definitely light. Weird, but it's there. And then I'll run over to the next one and do the same thing.
Yeah.
So the
With
bottom will
with
just
an 8.
pass top.
Yeah, that one you don't see any light down there. But it does gradually go downhill.
Okay, so we've got one with green light, and we've got one that goes down, and then we've got the one with the drop.
Yes.
Do we think the one with the drop is the safest when we might have to come straight back up it?
I mean, I'd be interested to check out what the glowing lights are.
And there's no harm in fixing a rope in case something comes out of one of these tunnels and we have to quickly get away and that's our only way out.
True.
I can put a trap down in one of them if you like.
While we explore the others, that's a good idea. Shall we look at the tunnel with the green light? Tot can put a trap down at the entrance of the other tunnel, and Barden and I can just fix a rope here just in case.
Okay, who's
It's
fixing the
basically a
rope
bear
where?
trap. It's nothing fancy. It's just a bear trap.
And what will that do?
It's a hunting trap, so I'll just put it in a narrowest gap. Try and put it somewhere where it's dark.
Okay, so
It
you put it
does.
in.
Trying to find it. Sorry.
Put it there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
DC 13 deck save. It's only
okay.
a D4, but
In the meantime, Cass and Barden are putting a rope down the sheer drop.
Yep.
How are you securing it?
Do you have a pin?
I have pittons.
I have a
Awesome.
hammer.
I have rope.
That sounds great.
Teamwork makes the dream work, the way they like to say. I always thought it was bullshit, but apparently not.
As you begin pounding metal on metal, you hear cling, cling, as the sound echoes around the surrounding caves. It's difficult to tell with the dancing lights, but where they're not, and not most apparent, Eris, I think, notices first the lights getting brighter and the sound of flame getting slightly louder. And I would like you all to roll for initiative, please.
Here we go.
While they've been doing all this, I would have been also looking around the wreckage with my detect magic. Steve, did I see anything else around the wreckage that any kind of glows of magic anywhere else around the wreckage?
No, I don't think so, mate. But I will double check.
Okay.
I think everything was focused on the safe.
Bloody hell. How did I roll that high?
Okay. That's not a worrying name at all.
So, appropriately enough,
They'll
it's
be
the one
fine.
closest to Eris. You see from this darkened tunnel in front of you the glow, this green flickering glow, get louder, brighter and brighter. And around the corner, you expect to see a foot or a hand, but just this disembodied skull, wreathed in soft, glowing green flame, comes out. Its mouth opens. It begins laughing hysterically. And flame, further flame, shoots from its mouth and its eyes. Are you, Eris? That's the first one.
Where is it?
That's the second one. Do either of those hit? They both do. I can read your lips. I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was. But yes, they both hit.
First one does 12 damage. Second one does 16 fire damage. Tok, you're up.
Where is it? I can't. Am I supposed to be able to see it, or is it
see,
just around
you
the
can
corner?
just see it there, north west.
Okay.
You find it's difficult to make out from where you are. You've turned around quick. You were focusing on laying your trap,
Yeah.
and you hear this roaring flame, and your eyes take a second to adjust as the cavern suddenly brightens up.
Okay.
Incredibly bright. You look up, turn around, and see Eris kind of patting herself down, and in this soft flickering skull just floating midair.
Okay. Is it quite tight here? Quite
Yeah.
low, or?
It's back to the original cavern size, but yeah, it is
Okay.
quite tight.
Well, I'll have the.
You've got enough room to fight normally. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have the halberd out in front of me, but I am going to use my breath weapon as my first attack on it. I can swap an attack for a. If I can find it. Where is it? Okay, it's a cone, but it's supposed to be a line, but.
Constitution save.
Oh, well. I think it takes half on a. No, I think it just takes nothing. Half on success. So it takes a whole 1 point of damage. That was completely rubbish. So yeah, I'll go with the halberd for the second one. Not gonna rage.
Oh, nice.
Oh. 21.
21. Okay.
And then bonus action blunt end.
Blunt end 21 hits.
5.
5.
So that's 1 fire, 21 slashing, and 5 bludgeoning, if it matters.
Yeah, all noted. What did you say? Some was 1?
1 was cold. That
Cold,
was the
yeah,
breath.
got you.
he got half, and he took half. And he rolled 3, I think. 21 slashing, 5 bludgeoning.
It didn't take any damage from the cold.
Okay.
It just kind of started sort of frosting up along the jawline, and it just kind of flared its flame a little bit more intense, and it just dissipated.
That's it.
Okay, nice. Good damage. It's halfway down. What's missing? We're missing a module here, aren't we? Because I'm not seeing
Health estimate.
this
I think
health
it is.
estimate.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the one with our commands at the top as well. That's not on
Action
okay.
hood.
action hood.
Okay, thread reader's up.
Can I see at the other side of Tok still to do anything, or is Tok fairly blocking the?
From where you are, you can just about see it, but I'm going to give it some cover.
I will try and fire. I'll create a electric pulse fire, like a fireball that sends blue and starts crackling, and try and shoot an electric firebolt. The other,
Okay.
that's it. If I can get my character sheet open, why won't it open?
Oh, you haven't got any attack buttons.
No, that's odd. Okay, I'll roll the. One second, what my spell attack is. Where's my spell attack?
I had
You
this with
casting
somewhere. I had to re-import them from D&D Beyond, and the spells. Just re-import the
weird.
spells.
How does you work out your spell attack again? Gosh, it's been too long. It's
Efficiency plus your whatever your spell
so it would be
intelligence.
8, so +8.
I've just put it. I've put it back into your sheet again, mate,
Oh, okay.
and I've deleted the old one, so hopefully it'll work for you. 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits even with the cover.
It doesn't work. Gosh. There's 2d10 anyway. I'll do that. I'll just do it manually. 17 lightning damage.
17.
And
Yeah,
then-
again, you see it crackling over and coruscating through its teeth, and if it had lips, it would be smiling, you imagine, and it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you would expect against something perhaps flashier blood.
And I'll sort of kneel down and look at her. Are you okay?
No! Just starting to feel better.
Just get
I'm also down to about half my health, by the way, from that one attack.
behind. Get behind me.
Welcome to Endgame. Is that you done, Threadreader?
Yeah.
Any movement?
No, I just want Eris to
Yeah.
run behind in a minute if she can, and I'll stay here to block the way.
Okay. You see flames growing brighter from behind you towards where you first investigated Eris. And another skull emerges next to the other one in front of you, Tok. And you see the green flame intensify and intensify and intensify. And the room erupts around you. Everyone, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Barden, is he close enough? I need the extra.
Not for you, unfortunately, but I am close enough for Thread Reader and Cast.
What's the plus?
Going to use fanatical
3.
focus.
I believe it's 3 anyway.
Using fanatical focus to re-roll that because I got a double 6. Oh, it's even worse. No, it wasn't worse, but it wasn't better either.
So you need to meet 13. Or beat
No.
it.
That didn't happen. We got 6.
So, what damage are we looking at? 26. Half for those that saved.
It's not rolling my dex save right.
Can I use Stone's Endurance as a reaction, Steve?
Yes, mate.
The Shield Master feat allows me to not take any damage from a reaction against
You should go 10.
effects that allow half damage,
Cool.
provided they're dex. So would I be
Cool.
unscathed?
If that's what your rule says, pal, I trust you to know your rules. If that's what it says, then by all means, do take no damage. Okay. That's it for that turn. Cass.
Wasn't good. How's Eris looking?
Not great. Her ears hanging off again, like she's just.
Is
Some
that
of the thinner, more ragged parts of the Netherese sky coaches have begun to smoulder in smoke. Small fires burning.
is it? I can't remember what rule it is to give a health potion. Is it bonus or
All
action?
actions.
It's an
Full
action to give. It's a bonus to you to feed self.
House rule, which most people use.
Or you could just pass it to her, I suppose.
Eris, do you have a potion?
So I use the one I have, but Fredrida has given me one. So yes, I have a potion. But just don't worry. Just kill the thing so it can't damage me anymore.
Well, I can see the. Is that green light here?
Yeah.
The thing? Yeah.
That's another one.
I'll move up here and I will. Use Sacred Flame. Dex save, please. Lovely. And I've just been looking at my character sheet on D&D Beyond, and this isn't on my Foundry sheet, but apparently I have Blessed Strikes, which means I can add 1d8 radiant damage once a turn when I deal damage with a cantrip or weapon.
Oh, nice. Then by
So-
all means, add it on, yeah.
Yes, I haven't been doing that, and I will do that. So add 1d8.
Nice.
14 radiant damage. Does that do anything to it?
It's a skull.
I mean, it does do full damage, which is the first thing that it has done so far, so that's good.
Radiant is good.
It doesn't like that.
And I don't think I have any. Oh, I could. Is it worth it? Yeah. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go, Eris.
Cool. So you reach out towards the skull in front of you and you hit it with the radiant light, and where the impact is, you see the flames kind of like sputter out momentarily, and it blackens a little before it kicks back in and reignites and begins burning once more.
That's what I got.
That's what she's got. Eris.
Just trying to make a quick decision. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. How big's the tunnel? How wide is the tunnel that it's in?
5 feet.
How wide is a bear?
If it's large, it could probably squeeze into 5 feet.
Okay, I'll not risk it. That might happen later when I am very, very desperate. So I'm going to bonus action cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
Now, is it bonus action to cast Shillelagh and then an action to hit with it, or is it all combined into the bonus action?
I think it's all combined, but I'll just double check.
When I click on Shillelagh to cast it, yeah, it goes as an attack roll. So.
Let's just say that that's what happens, because that makes
I
sense.
I thought it transformed your staff or whatever into a better weapon. And
Yeah.
then used an action with it. But
Okay, so bonus action cast Shillelagh. I'm gonna baseball slide under through Tok's legs.
Okay. Yeah.
And then as I come up, I'm gonna try like skyward golf swing.
Nice.
For the skull, because I take it's gonna be above me. So for that, it would be a 14 to hit.
A 14 will hit, yeah.
Okay.
And it's all magical as well, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, the weapon's damage die becomes 38. It's magical if it isn't already. Cool.
Nice.
So that is my bonus and attack, isn't it?
Yes.
And I am pissed off. How's the skull looking?
Oh, it doesn't look good at all. Doesn't look
Okay,
good. There's
I'm
numerous
very pissed off.
splits across. The jaw's kind of hanging off, holding on one hinge.
Okay. So Eris, as she swings for it, she's also going to do her Tok impression, which is to let out like the biggest little roar she can manage, and she'll throw her Fury of the Small into that.
Sweet.
So that will be an extra 7 damage to that one. She is very angry.
Extra 7. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely being held together in the shape of a skull magically now. There's no structural integrity to it. It's fragments of skull being held together in the shape of a skull. That's how bad it's looking.
Didn't your Fury of the Small damage be 8 and not 7?
mm-hmm.
Had this before, haven't we? Where it should be.
We're level 8 now, yeah.
I've taken another one off.
Thank you.
Okay, is that what you got?
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Flames flicker and intensify up by you, Cass. The one that emerges and comes down the tunnel towards you at pace stops momentarily and as the flames kind of dim a little, they burst, pop, and crackle again, and what you see is the skull, but 2 skulls and no skulls. It's sort of blurred in front of you, and you're not quite sure where it is. It's sort of jumping from side to side, almost like a bad TV picture. It's cast blur on itself. And Herd is up.
Well, I'm going to move forward. And I'm awkwardly going to swing at the one that's just cast blur on itself.
Okay.
Because it's the only one I can easily reach for a melee.
Okay, so that's a disadvantage then with blur.
Yes. It's a 15.
That's 15 will do it.
Noise.
Nice.
Noise. So that's initially 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my secondary attack, which is an 11.
It's a hit.
To
That
hit.
misses. Yeah, that
I
misses,
thought it would.
Oh, I need to make a
Bugger.
concentration check.
That's definitely
Hold.
passed.
Holds on to blur. Okay. Top of round 2. The barely held together flame skull almost doesn't seem to have the rage it had before. It's almost like it's just acting on instinct now. Just no real thought or intent. And it just does its standard, what it opened its initial attack up with, fire ray. And it will do 1 at Tok and 1 at Eris. What does that look like? That's the 1 at Tok, and it does, 14 misses. I'm assuming. And the 1 at Eris.
Yeah, it does. Sorry, I was muted.
Sorry, mate. 1 at Eris.
Misses.
A 9 also misses then. Cool.
I like the idea that however Tok is stood, Eris is kind of copying him.
Yeah.
So it's just like a tiny angry version.
I love it. Okay, Tok's up.
Yeah, I think Tok's not raging, so he's probably quite enjoying. There is this little display. You should get one of these, Eris. Maybe a bit smaller, and yeah, I've got reach. So first one on the front one. Sorry, trying to find the one that I don't very often attack with no rage.
18 hits.
It's 10 slashing.
10 is enough to do it. Down it goes.
Second one on the one behind it. Do I need to
Yeah.
move? I've got 10-foot reach. Do I need to move slightly? Yeah.
I'll give you that if you need to.
Yeah, I probably could reach from there, but I would have to kind of step across Eris.
Yeah, you'd probably want to get in front of Eris anyway. Definitely hits.
25. 14.
14, okay.
And then good old blunt end.
You always crit on the blunt end, don't you?
Yeah, seem to more often than not.
24 hits.
Six
And a six.
bludgeoning.
Okay, it's starting to look rough.
And I'm still in range because I've got 10-foot reach, but I'll step back
Okay,
so Eris
that
can.
provokes an opportunity attack, right?
I don't know because I've got 10-foot reach, so it's still within my range. I don't know. If it does, I just wouldn't move. But
you've left.
I'm going out
its
of hit.
range.
I'm going out of its range, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'll stay there then.
Is that how it works? That is how it works, isn't it?
Think so, probably.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah,
just stay
that's
there.
cool.
If anyone
I'm
wants to check. Who's next? Thread reader.
Eris, you really mustn't keep running straight at the most dangerous thing. I'll hold up my hand, and more balls of light will pop out, 3 of them, but they won't bob around sort of harmlessly. They'll fire straight at the one nearest Eris and cast magic missile.
Cool. And this is for anyone, if you want to try and use the magical effects, if you right click on the enemy, it makes it a target, I think. And then when you cast your spells, the effects should work against them.
not seem to right click on that one for some reason.
Oh,
You have to
maybe I-
double right click
double right
as a
click.
player.
Double right click. Yeah. Oh,
They
Nice.
automatically hit, so I don't know why I made me do the attack roll.
Yeah. 23. Nice. Just checking for any resistances. What sort of damage is it? Force?
Force damage.
is that the damage?
Yeah.
No, that's the attack roll. It's 4. There's 3 of them.
Oh.
So it's,
Oh, it doesn't have an attack roll,
Yeah.
does it?
no, I
Yeah, it
know. It
doesn't
made
have
me
a-
do an
yeah.
attack roll. I don't know why.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
go for the damage. It's probably to trigger the animation more than anything
It's
else.
3 of the 3 damage rolls because all 3 missiles are going at it. So 3d4.
Plus something, isn't it?
Plus
Plus
1.
1 for each missile.
Yeah.
5,
And 3.
8, plus 3, 11.
No, that's with the plus 1s. So it's just 8.
Oh, is it? 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, seems to take the full effect of that.
And then I'll, bonus action, I'll just take out my wand of web again and look over towards Herd. See if any more, or any of the other passageways to see if any more start appearing.
Okay. You can make a perception check if you like. Okay. Just down here, I don't know, you should be able to see. You can just see the edge of the creature. Seems to be observing from the darkness of the tunnel. Can't quite make out what it is in the heat of battle.
Okay.
Okay. Next skull comes into the room, kind of backs up to try and block off an entrance. And begins to glow intensely again. And what you expect to happen happens, because you've seen it before.
Hit that bad.
That's going to leave a mark.
So, anyone not hit by that? No, I think everyone's in there.
Yep.
So, deck save from everyone, please.
+3, Barden.
Yep.
Thank you.
I made it.
13, and I get to add my shield to. Oh no, wait! I think my shield only works if it's directly at me.
Right.
Let me check. Yeah, it's only if it's me.
Okay. Damage is
Conscious.
30.
What's
Half.
the? What was the DC again?
13.
Oh, so I passed. So I'm fine.
Half
Just need
damage.
to roll 1 4. Velen.
I can't see that she's down.
Eris is down.
Oh, Velen takes
How
full
much
as well.
damage was it?
30.
30.
Oh, if I just took health off someone there?
I just want to take this moment to say I'm still at 69 hit points.
Nice.
69.
Nice.
Is it half damage if you succeed?
Yes.
3 people answered all at once.
Sorry.
Try not to use
Yeah.
my rages up because I've only got 2 left, but I feel like I'm gonna have to.
Anyone concentrating? I think so. You,
Yeah, me.
Federica says he's concentrating.
It's not really what barbarians do.
Not really. The dancing lights would have dropped, but I can't figure out how to delete them.
Okay.
I had detect magic up, and that was concentration. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll get rid of that for you. It's in effects on your character sheet. So I've taken it off, though, it's fine.
Yeah, so I can detect magic drops too.
So the flame skull directly in front of Tok is up. And well, I do the fire ray. So its eyes and its mouth sort of begin to glow.
Mhm.
And we'll hit you with 2.
Hit. Miss.
I don't know why he's shooting at third reader. The damage is 12 fire.
Wait.
Okay. Gas is up.
Told me that Eris is down.
I'm not sure Tot would know.
No, he's got
Remind
his
him.
back to her.
I can't see her either at the moment.
Or then I would just keep doing what I did before. So I've got one here and I've got one here.
Yes.
Blur is just on attack rolls, isn't it?
Yes.
So I can still do my
But just to be slightly meta, if it's going to affect what you do, it also has advantage against spells. Saving throw
But I
effectiveness.
wouldn't have noticed that on when I cast my last one, then I'd do it
No,
again.
because it hits, so yeah. Oh, which you going for? The top right? The one that's got blur on?
Yes, because I've already hit it. So if we can get it down, we can get it down. Oh, great. Oh, goody golly. Great.
So that was
Very
an action. That was your
words.
action.
That was my action. And I don't have any good bonus actions or spell slots left. So I'm going to back up a bit. No, I'm not, because how close do I have to be to Herd?
10 feet. You're fine there.
I know, but I also don't want us to get too close all together, so I'll go over there. And I still can't see Eris from there.
Ellen's not doing anything useful, is she?
Oh, she's not in initiative, that's why.
Oh, I thought she was just
I
being
was going to say
lazy.
something then, but
That's rubbish. Okay. Thanks for reminding me.
I just thought she was just
She, I mean,
Deserving
she is
herself.
useless, but... okay. Eris, a saving throw, please.
You
That was
bitch.
so nearly a 17 on my screen, anyway. Okay, mark that off. That's one. That's one failure. The blurred flame skull is next, and he will do his standard fire ray at you, Barden.
Carry on.
Which is two attacks. That's the
That's
first.
a miss.
Mr. AC man.
And that's a miss.
That's a miss. Okay, wasted turn. Good.
I mean, you don't sound too thrilled.
I mean, it's good for you.
Uh,
You're up.
yeah, I am, and I'm going to Warhammer it in the face, which is
Disadvantage.
convenient because that's all it has.
It is
That's a
just a
miss.
face. It is a face and nothing else.
I'm going to do another attack at disadvantage. That's a natural one.
That's also a miss. Yeah, it's
Well, Fuck me running.
it's kind of flickering in front of you, and you try to sort of predict where it's going to be, and as you swing it, it sort of teleports like only a fraction, like a few inches, but it's enough for you to
Can't see with these fucking bandages on my face.
Okay. Back to the top. We've got Tok.
Yeah, so realizing that Eris didn't do her attack, I think Tok will turn around, see that she is down, and pour a potion of healing down her neck.
Goblin down! Goblin down!
I will shout, Eris is down! I'm going to give her a potion. I'll give her a... That will do... 8 points of healing.
In the words of Travis Willingham, take my spurs, but don't take my goblin girl.
And I don't think I can do anything else because I don't have any bonus action things that are... I can't use the blunt end because I didn't make an attack, I think.
Yeah. Well, you need to make an attack, don't you, I think?
Yeah, I mean, I could rage, but I've only got 2. And I'm not sure. I think I've got 2 because it said I had 4 again after a short rest, which is wrong because you don't get rage back after short rest. So I've put it to 2. But I don't know what it was. I might have to watch the stream and check.
Okay. Got anything else?
That's it.
I mean, it's pretty significant. You saved a character, but
Unless you'll let me move her out the corridor, but then it's going to get an attack of opportunity. No, I'll just stay there.
okay.
I'll just say to Eris, right, you've done your bit. Back off a bit. Give me some swinging room.
Ellen kind of
It's not
finally
much room
wakes up.
anyway.
I know, but I'm
She
going to
is-
swing real wild.
I'm gonna windmill.
I'm just going to flail my arms around, and if something gets in the way, it's not my fault. Sorry, Steve.
No, it's okay. I'm just reading a spell, so I'm glad you were talking. Yeah, Velin's finally woken up. She was like sort of enamored of these creatures. She was like, anyone that caught her, she was like just caught in wonder, and sort of her academic brain was like partial study, admiration, wonder, awe, all of these things crossing her face. And if Threadreader would have seen it, he probably would have been none too happy and made a mental note.
And then she was like, oh, there are my eyebrows. As the fireballs went off.
Yeah. And that is enough to jolt her into action, and she will cast Tasha's hideous laughter at the northernmost skull. which is a wisdom save. Will be at advantage against magical effects. And that's a save. So, yeah. Tough shit for her. She got anything else? Bonus actions? No. She's going to hold that.
Bonus action, pull a finger out of her ass.
She's gonna back up. And then we are on to Threadreader.
Eris, get out of it! And then I'll step forward this way, lift up my wand and fire a web down the corridor towards the creature that I saw there a minute ago. It's still there, or did it back off? For some reason I can't see it anymore.
Yeah, it's the walling. Don't know why you can't see that there. But anyway, yeah, it is still there. You should be able to see it.
I'll use the wand web instantly. It's around there somewhere, isn't it? Oh, that one. That's put it in the wrong place. Oh, I'm not very good at this, Steve, sorry.
Okay, mate, just tell me what I need to say. Oh, it's a dex.
Wizarding's hard.
There's lots of templates and things.
Yeah. Okay, let me make a save then.
If this is you, stop them.
That's a save.
I'll have my other hand will be up, and I'll just have lightning arcing between my fingers as it's sort of a bonus action, just an effect, just to say,
Yeah.
stop it. If it's you, call them back.
Okay. And just as you do that and say that, whatever it was scampers back off down the tunnel. Who's next? Flame Skull.
I mean, I don't like them, but they've got a metal name. You can't deny.
This too casts blur on itself. Stays there hovering. And the one in front of you, Tok. Also casts blur.
Damn
Cast.
it.
You're up.
I hear that Eris is down 10 feet. Can I
I did
see
also
it?
shout that I'd
No.
given her a potion.
Yeah, still. Oh, just so far away. One, two. Three. Okay, those three are in 30 feet. There's another one fighting Tok that I can't see, isn't there? Doesn't matter, I can't see. I'm going to use...
If you can see a green light, that's it.
Well, one of them's a dancing light.
Yeah, it's confusing, but I can see what I can see, and I know that Eris went down and you've gone down that tunnel, and
Oh.
we're all not looking good from Fireball, so it's time for this, which has not come up with text. That's not helpful, is it? As an action, you present your holy symbol. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom save. If it fails, it is
Okay.
turned for 1 minute, or until it takes any damage.
Saving throw. So this is the one in front of Tok. What's the DC?
That's a good thing to know, isn't it? What is the DC? I'm just
Probably
gonna look
whatever
at-
your spellcasting ability is.
I'll do the top one while you're looking. Wisdom, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It'll be on your character sheet, yeah.
yeah, I'm having a.
Like
That's gonna
under
be a
under your
fail.
armor class.
And the one by Herd.
16, yeah.
Oh, so they all fail then if it's 16.
If it's retreating, don't touch it. Get
Okay, so
Eris
they all-
out of there.
They all have to move away from you and they can't attack you and have disadvantage on attacks. What is it?
It is turned for 1 minute or until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also
Nice.
can't take reactions.
Ooh, nice.
I'm just going to put all this text in the chat because this isn't
Cool.
helpful, is it?
Yeah, I need to fix Foundry to some changes. That's cool. That's nice though.
It's well timed.
Yeah, Cass will just stand there, look around at the scene, and this radiant light will emit from her and pulse outwards as she says, "Piss off, ghost!"
Love it. Eris is next.
I'm gonna do as I'm told because Fred Reader shouted at me and now Cass has shouted at me. So I'm just gonna walk out of the little tunnel. And I'm gonna position myself firmly between these two, looking very dejected. And that is pretty much it because I've been told not to mess with anything.
Just worried about you.
I'm sorry.
You got anything else? You good?
I'm good. I don't want to mess with shit.
Don't mess with shit. Okay.
Oh, for its action, it can only use dash.
Oh. So this one has to move away,
Nice.
and for its action, it has to dash. Well, I think it's reached its limit. I don't think you can move much further away than that. Okay. So Herd's up.
So Kurt's just kind of there, like having watched this thing flown away, and he's like, I don't know what I'm supposed. I'll just, if it comes back, I'll hit it, and he'll hold his attack action.
Okay. Tuck is up.
Well, that one in front of me, is that one not moved? It's not his turn yet, is it?
Has
How
no
does it
chance
look?
to. Health-wise, you mean?
Yeah.
It's looking rough.
How healthy does that skull look?
Yeah, it's hard. How do you gauge that? I never knew. I've just checked, but reckless attack is not. I thought it was rage dependent, and it isn't.
No.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit it twice.
Did you shout a warning before, Cass, about...
I
you haven't
did.
seen it move yet, have you?
But he thinks he can take it.
Giving it a good ignoring.
I want to finish it off.
Have you got the mace, have you?
No, I just clicked it by accident because I
Oh.
had it once.
Okay.
Why did you have my mace?
You gave it to me for smushing things. 22.
Have I got it back?
Yeah, you have got it back. It's just on my character sheet for some reason.
That will just be a normal roll because it's got blur up.
Okay. Should we just take whatever the first one was then? First one was 15.
15's enough.
Okay. This is a magical weapon, by the way. 6. It's rubbish.
Six.
Second
Okay.
one. Reckless. 12.
12 misses.
Okay, maybe I couldn't finish it.
But wait a second. Wait a second. Before you count that, I need to take a concentration check on blur before you make your
Okay.
second attack.
Okay.
Was it just Constitution?
Yeah, I think so. That's pretty good.
Okay, yeah.
So, blunt end.
23 hits.
Die, you horrible little pokey thing. 8.
Okay, another concentration
Sorry.
check.
It's a very precision
still up.
blunt end of your halberd, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why it's better. I should put the blade on that end.
Yeah, just
I think
swap
I should
ends.
take the blade off and just put it on the other end. It would
Yeah.
be more effective.
I mean, you could just turn it around.
Turn around.
Yeah, no, but this is the blunt end that does all the damage. So
The round pole.
turned it around, I'd just be using it backwards.
It's the same thing.
And this conversation is playing out as you're swinging. It's the same.
So I am going to back off around the corner slightly. If it wants to attack me, it can.
Yeah,
Oh.
because it's not turned anymore, is it? Or does
Nope.
it just make another save? Is it automatically unturned?
I think it's automatically unturned.
Okay.
It's
Turns.
good. We can deal with one and then wait for the others to come back.
Yeah, but where's Eris?
She's there next to you.
There's a light on her face.
There was a light on your face earlier. I was very confused where you were.
There we go. So you can see Eris. They're not supposed to be there anyway. I just can't delete them. once
It's
I
a
put them.
miss.
Okay.
Yay.
Second one.
Red Reader, can
Oh,
we
you
feel
reckless.
a little hand
Yeah, it's
holding on?
advantage.
So this is the advantage roll for the first one.
That's a hit.
Okay. So damage for the first one. As you're
Oh,
engulfed in flame.
is this an attack of opportunity or it's go?
Oh. I've lost track now. Just an attack of opportunity, isn't it? Okay, so anyway. Yeah, let's just an attack of opportunity, I think. Because it can take reactions as well. So it's 14 fire.
Okay.
And it doesn't take a multi-attack.
Tok will just turn to cast and go, sorry. Ribs out again. Like, push it back in.
At least it's cauterized. It was fire.
You're nothing if not consistent.
Felin is going to...
There's method to my madness though, because when it comes around the corner, I get opportunity reaction.
use a wand of magic missiles. Both. She would probably target the weaker one once and the healthier one twice. And her reasoning is really just to force the concentration checks on Blur. So automatic hit, so it bypasses Blur for her. So it's what, 3? Well, I'll do the one by Tok, which is D4 plus 1. A massive 2. Whoops. Minus 2. And 2d4 plus 2 at the top one for a total of 9. Okay, so they both have to make a con save. So the one by Tok. Okay, still got Blur up. And the one in the northern corridor still got Blur up. Okay, so that's Felin. Frederick is up.
That's a rather good idea. I'll do the same.
How many spell slots have you got left?
one 4th level after this.
Oh, but the northern one is now unturned because it hit.
Yeah.
Don't know why it makes me cast hits roll for the magic missile.
That's better. Maybe it's
So
for the animations.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just
one
needs update.
against the one that's near top. It's just exactly the same as Fanny did.
Okay, yeah.
So
Go for the
first one,
damage.
4 damage into one near top.
Yep.
And then go to and 7 force damage into the other one.
7 force damage. Nice.
So that's 2 hits, isn't it? So you have to do concentration roll twice.
Yeah, it will actually. Let's do the first one then. Okay, that one's still going. The north one blurs down. Eventually. Okay.
That's me. I just put a hand protectively in front of Eris. Actually, maybe I'm going to move. I'm going to step forward. Not that I've got many hit points left, but she's taking a right beating.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone looks bad.
Except for me, who is still at 69.
Yeah. Stop tempting fate. Although it is amusing.
The northernmost flame skull will also shoot out a magic missile towards Threadreader.
Immediately regret it.
I don't know how I think that's rolled all 3 at you, which is what the intention was, so that's 15.
There's no to hit with magic missile though, is there? So
Oh, was that the to hit roll? Sorry.
yeah. Oh no, damage roll. No, it's done it
Yeah.
right for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to only take half damage.
You do take, or
No, it seemed to only take half damage when I did it the first time. I took the rest off.
okay. Ooh, yeah. Threadreader doesn't look great. But on we push. The other one floats further down the tunnel and encounters Tok. And we'll fire a.
Do you get your reaction when it moves into range, Matt?
Yeah, I'll take a reaction.
Yeah.
Hold on, Master. Thanks, Tom. Sorry, I was just tweaking the stream. I'm gonna go reckless still.
18 hits.
18.
Our blur's still up, so it's
Okay.
normal. Did you roll
So-
normal?
No, I didn't. I think when I click it, they both 11. So
Okay, it's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
13.
13.
So he's just waiting with the halberd, then as it comes around the corner, just like crack it out the air.
It does. It kind of bounces, hits the floor, bounces. It's a bit like a swat in a helium balloon, and eventually it kind of just stays down, and the flames flicker out. Nice. Cass is up.
How many are left?
Yeah, that's right, because it was about to take its turn, and the reaction killed it. So
Yeah.
So the only one I can see is this one up top.
yes, the other one is turned and down a corridor somewhere.
The one that went this way, yeah.
Yeah.
And did I see what happened here?
Yeah, you would have seen that.
Yeah.
So I swatted it.
Good boy. How does this one look?
It's looking rough.
So are Threadreader and Darius. I just don't have a good group healy thing. Ugh. Or many spell slots at that. Okay.
You're having to decide whether to use that spell slot you've been saving for a revivify.
Just kill the thing that could kill us.
I think that expression change, Matt, tells me she's already used it.
Oh, yeah. I just pretended I didn't see that expression.
No, I've still got it, but you made me think, I should
Have I
keep
still
that.
got it?
I won't do that. I
but-
will.
I'm more worried about this is just the entrance. What's in there?
Yeah.
Regretting not staying and having a long rest.
I mean, I'm
Oh.
fine.
I'm gonna shout, Herd, cover us! And Cassie's gonna get out of her bag her little jar of Vaseline.
Deep
And
heat.
and start massaging Threadreader on the back or wherever the scorch marks from the magic missile are. And I've not got any fun bonus actions, so that is literally going to be all I can do this turn when I can find my restorative ointment.
Smell
Okay.
of deep heat just pervades.
Weird time for a shoulder rub, but hey.
Yeah. You tell him how much he heals when you find
Uh,
it. And next
Video
will be Eris.
So that might have just changed what I'm gonna do. Let me just check.
Oh, 15 Healy. Is that on me? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
How bad does Threadreader look now?
Sadly enough, for my total hit points, that's done. Nearly coming up to half hit points.
So, yeah, no, I'm still gonna do it. So, Eris is kind of like wrapped herself around Threadreader's leg, and with that, she will cast Cure Wounds. And at first level, because that's just what she's got.
Nice.
So that's 9 to Threadreader.
Nice.
And then I'm going to bonus action Starry Form to Archer. When I can find it. Where's it gone? I can see the other two. Okay, so
Very cool.
sorry for Archer. And then I'm going to take an attack roll at with the Archer form.
Yep.
Tits. The one just above us.
Yeah. 16 hits. What does that look like to everyone that can see you?
There's like a bluish greenish kind of weird mix of light and like twinkling that just shoots out from her. So she's holding on to Rodriguez's leg with one and
Yeah.
she's kind of throwing this weird arrow with the other one.
Love it.
And that's 12 radiant damage.
Nice. Yeah, it really doesn't look good after that. Good turn.
That is all I can do.
Okay. Other flame skull is still retreating. Herd is up.
there'll be a moment as Herd watches everyone doing all this panicked healing, and he'll just go, "Oh, I could have just done a healing prayer after we beat these guys, but okay, what am I? I'm just gonna go and hit this one down here, and then he's just gonna disappear down this hole."
Have you got enough movement to get all the way?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you have.
And then I'm gonna whack that one that's cowering in the corner.
Okay, whack-a-mole. Go for it.
Does it have
Disadvantage
blur?
because you still got blur up, yeah.
Fucker.
Let's try not to think about how Mr. 69 has disappeared down that hole and whacked one out.
I'm sorry.
2 misses anyway.
Yeah. We're
Never
blessed.
mind.
Did you mean to phrase it like that? Of course you did.
That's what he.
That's what he said.
That's what he did.
So, top of the round, 5. Tok is up.
Oh, blimey. Keep getting goes. I don't know where it is. Can I step over my trap?
You would have seen Eris Starry form shoot out up towards the north. Towards
Okay,
see my
let's
ping.
have a look.
Eris is also shedding light for 10 feet and dim light for another 10 feet. So there's like a 20-foot halo.
Okay, well, I'm going to take a little step forward. Or I'm not, because I've got the wrong thing. I'm going to step to about there. Maybe 40. And then I'm just going to chuck 2 javelins at it. Straight over the top of Herd's head, if there's enough height, that is.
Yeah, there would be.
Has he got blur up?
Yes.
Blur. I have to roll another one. I'm guessing an 11 misses anyway, so there's no
11 misses.
point rolling the other one.
Yeah.
Second javelin.
It's also a miss. Natural 1. Now then. What, how
Are
do
you going to use my own homebrew roll?
Yeah,
on me?
tell me how to do this, Matt.
Well, if I roll a 1 and there's someone in the way, I usually get them to roll another d20, and if they
Okay, go for that
they
then.
beat the armor class, then you
You probably
hit
won't
a
beat his
friendly.
armor class, so we'll see.
We'll see.
I've sacrificed my shield to hold a torch, so he may.
Oh no! Hoisted by my own homebrew.
Yes! Yes, you absolutely.
Got a critical. Sorry, Jim.
Unbelievable.
Oh, sorry, Jim. This is gonna hurt.
A natural
Yeah.
1 and a natural 20.
Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 2. You're welcome. You just got a javelin like in your shoulder,
Yeah. Probably
sticking out your armor.
Yeah, poking out through the other side. Everyone would hear like a considerably less chilled out Firbolg voice go, "Ah, same team."
Either that or, be careful, guys, they're using spears.
I'll just be like, hey.
I've already had my face cleaved in half. Do you need to add
It
javelins?
clipped off. The ceiling was lower than I thought it was, and it clipped off. And I'm so sorry.
It's not
No.
a regulation cave.
I know I'm like
Yeah.
8 feet tall, and it's a small target. But come on.
That's it for me. I think I've done enough damage to my own team. I should have just thrown him long range, to be honest, because it's disadvantage anyway.
Yeah. Velin is gonna chill touch against the northernmost. We'll hit, and we'll do 6 necrotic damage. Which doesn't seem to do as much damage as she may have hoped, but nevertheless, she did some damage. Next up is Threadreader.
With one hand, I'm going to take out my last health potion and hold it down in front of Eris. On the other hand, I will throw a lightning firebolt at the one in front of me.
Yep. Oh, nice.
Lightning damage.
30 lightning damage. It doesn't do as much damage as you wanted it to, but it's enough. It should be. Why isn't that working? Has it got? It only has resistance. There should be enough. It's dead anyway. How does that look to everybody watching?
Well, it just it hits it, kind of lightning glitters, lightning kind of dances around it, and then it just pops.
Yeah, and all you can hear is bone fragments sort of scattering and bouncing off the sides of the tunnels. Love it. Next up is Cass.
Yes, I hear her scream. Oh, actually, looking at him, he probably doesn't scream. Right. I can get to... Or should I help the others? Eris, how are you looking?
Not great, but if you look, Threadreader is holding a healing potion in front of her face.
Sorry. I can't play and I can't be in the chat. I have to choose one. Fine, then I'm gonna go after the others. 15. Can I push past Talk?
Yeah, I'll allow it because he won't be resisting you.
Excuse me, pardon me. So I can see it, and I think I'm close enough now to do the thing I keep trying to do. Sacred Flame. Dex save, please.
Okay.
I miss spell slots.
It's a failure.
And because it hits, I'm going to add my blessed strikes that I learnt about today.
Actually, I need to roll that with advantage.
I won't yet.
How does that look?
I'll just look really sad.
Oh no. Sorry. Sorry for ruining your turn. You got anything else?
I don't think I can. Wait 1 second. Yeah, that was all my movement, so now I just look very despondent and hurt in front of Doc. I just shrivel up and press myself against the wall and go, your turn.
Well, I mean, luckily, there's no real downside to missing because it's still turned, so for every time somebody misses, it's still, there's no danger, so Eris is up.
I'm not making good decisions today. So could I take I take it Threadreader's not facing me at the moment because of how he's just attacked. So can I take the healing potion that he is trying to hand me, and can I pop it back in his pocket?
Sure. Are you trying to do it stealthily, or are you just jamming it in?
Stealthily, just because I think he...
Okay, sleight of hand, please, and Threadreader, you can make a perception.
I did not do it well.
Okay, I mean, it's in there, but Threadreader knows it's there.
Yeah. That'll be a telling off for another day, hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, so if I step up, I can then see it. And it is within range. So I will use my Starry form, archer attack again.
Yeah.
So that's a 12 to hit.
Disadvantage. Because it's
Oh,
got blur up.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not going to hit anyway then. So let's try again.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
So it was,
Natural one might hit her though.
It's true.
yeah, so 12.
Yeah, it's a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Why not? Use my action. I take it the quickly popping the bottle in his
Yeah,
pocket
that's-
as that being a
No, well, that's just like a free item use.
reaction. Okay, then I will now use guiding bolt against the thing, and that's disadvantage, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a blur.
That's also a miss.
10. Okay.
Blur, man. That's an awesome spell. I've always overlooked that.
It's like the opposite of Fairy Fire.
It's
Yeah.
fucking infuriating.
Yeah.
That's
There's
it. That's all
also
I
a
can
word
do.
for it. Yeah.
Okay. Flame Skull still retreating. So, heads up.
I'm fucking whacking it again.
You're just upset because you're not on 69 hit points anymore. I
A
apologise.
bit, yes. A tiny bit.
17, yes. Okay.
I'm going to pump a Divine Smite into this because it's being an asshole.
Pump it.
Oh, don't phrase it like that.
Shadow, come on, don't stop. Let's keep it going. Do it. Let's get it on. No?
Pump
What's
it,
going
Skull.
on?
So I will do the damage first.
Damage.
The dabblage. That's 8
Okay.
bludgeoning.
Yeah.
And I want to cast it using a second level slot. But it. Oh, there we go. 2d8. I can't remember how to use Divine Smite after all this.
Barrel slot 2d8.
And then 5d8. So I'm using second level. 5d8? What, an extra d8.
So an additional 12, eh?
Yes, an additional 12 radiant.
Okay, it passed its
Oh.
concentration, so Blur's still up. I'm sorry to tell you.
The bastard.
Mm,
Why did it do that again?
I don't
Uh,
like these things.
And then I'm going to hit it again,
Okay.
obviously.
You're going to try, you mean?
No, I'm going to hit it again.
Yes!
And now I'm going to do the first level Divine Smite.
Okay.
So, does it tell me I have no slots left? That's a lie. Da-da-da. So, nice. 16 radiant and 8 bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. Holy shit, doesn't look good. Let's do the concentration check.
That's high DC, isn't it? 12 DC.
Oof.
22. Gosh.
Blur's still up. But
Bastard.
nice turn. Heard. He's barely hanging on.
It's looking pretty rough.
But he
Please
has
don't hit me
turned.
again.
But he has turned round to face you now.
I'm so sorry, Herd. I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. If you're going to let me buy, that is.
I pressed myself against the wall at the end of my turn.
I'll be like, coming through! And I'll just, I'll just barge straight. Oh, I'll squeeze gently past Cass and then just barge past Barden, pulling the javelin out of his back. Like
I'll take that.
sticking it back into the holster on my back, and then
Oh yeah, I forgot that was there.
it didn't go very deep. That's why. I'll.
Disadvantage.
Has this thing got blur up? I'm going reckless to make it normal. That's a 19.
19 will hit.
Die, you stupid floating skull thing.
That's enough. How do you want to do it?
I'm just gonna whack it into the ground and then just keep whacking it until it's in pieces.
Heard will join in because he's very angry at this.
So, Cass, as you continue on, just to find out where all the noise is, you just see the pair of them just jumping up and down and stomping into the ground. All the green light has faded now from all down the tunnels that you're aware of. So, we'll consider you out of combat and out of initiative. And with that, that's probably a good time to finish the game because it's 10.
Just before we completely finish, Heard would like to round everyone up and spend 10 minutes using Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
Yes, please.
You can do that.
I don't know what that does, but it sounds lovely.
I can give 2d8 healing to 6 people within range.
Oh, so everyone except Velin.
Yes, basically. Oh, well, I don't need it, but I'm not going to give it to Velen regardless.
She didn't deserve it. She barely did anything.
Yeah, she didn't need her eyebrows from those 2 fireballs.
So everyone except for Velen gets 16.
Oh, that feels so much better. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, thank you.
That's why I was like, I mean, I can do my own healing. Everyone was like, no, we'll get ointment and cure wounds. Okay.
I'll be honest, I thought we were going to take a long rest, and then we found out it was lunchtime.
I think you may have taken out the damage map because you're now unconscious.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. I think I was on 35. Yeah, the problem for me is that it doesn't even touch the sides.
I'll give it to me as well, because that'll put me back up to full. So it is literally everyone except for Velen.
How rude.
Well, she doesn't know what paladin and cleric spells do.
Oh, but she can just see everyone else going, oh yeah, that's so good.
Does she get involved with my 10-minute prayer to tear?
Well, she would if you invited her.
Well, I'm not.
There you go then.
I'm gonna give this to Cass. Here you go. I'll give you a potion of healing.
No, I've got one. It used fireballs against me. Me.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
I don't like it.
Is it going to make you rethink your use of fireballs?
Don't
No.
let it put you off.
I just won't let you get in range.
I mean, I was fine.
Good for you. I really think we need to sleep.
In here?
Yeah, well, this probably isn't the best place to do it.
I have next to nothing left to protect you with.
I'm the same, but there was another creature watching down that corridor down there. I don't know if it was responsible for the skulls, but it ran away when I challenged it.
It didn't look like the skulls?
No, it didn't, but...
How will we... Look, this is just... This is the entrance.
I think I could see it.
Is it still there?
Yep. If it is an animal, it will understand me when I shout, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" However, I can't understand it. So, swings and roundabouts.
You hear nothing back.
Oh, it's gone. Never mind.
I mean, I'm tired, but I'm not like sleepy tired. I'm like 3 broken fingers, a broken rib. I think one of my toes actually might be gone. I won't know till I take my boots off.
I'm someone threw a javelin through my shoulder, kind of tired.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That, to me, that sounds like big sleep tired. I'm just saying.
She just kind of looks up at everyone and goes, "What are you all saying?" as her ear is dangling off again.
Please stop putting yourself in danger like that.
But it was just a floating skull. I didn't.
I'll
If
tap
you-
I'm
Eris and give her a
sorry.
cure wounds.
If you're gonna do the if you want to be a barbarian, I can give you some training, Eris. But I would just recommend doing that thing where you turn into a bear. Pretty much
Why
90%
don't
of the
get
way there.
stuck?
If I don't get stuck, a bear's not going to get stuck.
I can
Um,
be a very big bear, and you wouldn't have been able to get past me. I had to make a decision.
5 points of healing to Eris as she's saying this while Herd is magically using divine power to reattach her ear.
I mean,
Thank you. For some reason, it also gives her the hiccups.
It also gives her the hiccups.
I
Oh,
mean,
I
you're a
didn't.
quick learner. I'm sure I could teach you in no time to throw lightning or fire at it rather than run up and start hitting them.
I couldn't. I didn't have much energy left for spells. That was all. I didn't want to leave Tok by himself.
Thank you, Eris. I
Well,
appreciate it. You're possibly the bravest of all of us, but it's okay not to. You don't need to put yourself in harm.
Well,
I've
You
got
don't-
like a thick skull and my blood clots quick and I'm scaly. I can just I'm just naturally more resilient, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I can't put up walls of fire and tidal waves and kill whole waves of well, I can kill whole waves of men, but I can't do it as quickly as you. Kind of have to go through them one by one by one.
That was
Got a
amazing.
lot messier.
I'm so sorry.
You've got nothing to be sorry about.
We could have just run though. I thought that fighting was going to be the better option.
There was always going to be fight, but just you were hurt so much, and you still ran, and I just worried. That's all. Don't.
Everyone else gets hurt.
it's not a good experience. I'm walking around with a hole in my brain. It's not good to go
I
down and,
think you had that already.
well, probably. I've taken a lot of blows to the head. But it's not fun to die. It turns out, who knew?
I'm trying to die. I'm just trying to make sure that no one else does.
Well, that's my job, and it's really
I think
dangerous.
it's all of our jobs.
Oh,
Can't just stand by.
It is. Eris is right. We're in this together. We've got this far because we've done it together. But let's just play to our strengths. Let's not try.
I just want to say it's actually my literal job. I've sworn an oath to make sure that doesn't. I've been employed for decades to make sure that nobody dies.
You can't do that if you're dead.
No, well, I've always thought I'm kind of inconsequential, but
No.
It's not how life works.
It's not. No one's inconsequential. Not if they have people they care about.
Even if they don't have people, it still matters. The stars, they still watch, still know. You count.
I would quite like to see the stars again. Hoping the clouds would have gone by now. The summer sky would be there, but now we're in here.
If you can teach me how to be tough, I can teach you how to see the stars.
You're already tough, Eris. But there's different kinds of tough.
I want to hit things and kill it.
Okay. I mean, if that's really the road you want to go down, then I can teach you everything I know.
I can teach you something too. You might be able to find a way to put some of that star magic into your hidden things.
A little bit in already, but it would be good if I could put more in. Because I used fire against Cass, and that's just weird, and I don't like it, and I wanted to kill it.
Also, weird question for you, Eris. You seem like the most likely to be capable of it. This is really out of the blue, but at some point, I want to do something, but I kind of need to know how to draw first. And for some reason, I just imagine you're the one who can draw the best.
Check my stats. Would that be performance?
That's
I
what I
guess so.
fucked up my roll on to create that bullet art that fucking circulates the group every few months.
Yeah. I'll have a go if you want. It could be amusing.
Just for the fun of it, let's see what I roll. Okay, not too bad. So my yeah, I think of goblin cave drawings, and that's what you're gonna get.
That sounds
mean,
awesome.
But you can tell what they are. They're very. There's a lot of straight lines with big dots. It's very constellation based.
I mean, that's better what I can do.
There we go.
I'm not going to try. I would just go straight through the paper, I suspect.
Got
So
a bit
you
of
take a
paper
breather.
left, Tom.
Well, do you
Take a
have the hut?
I can put the hut up, yes. I'll start doing that now. That's a good idea.
Okay.
I'll richly
You
cast.
catch your breath, and within the next 10 minutes, Threadweed just put a hut up. Yeah, we'll pick up next session there.
Oh, Tale of Gaming Addiction has just raided us just as we've wrapped up. Hello, guys. Hello, guys and girls. Hello.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can watch the episode back.
But yeah, it sounds like Hazel's going for a level of barbarian in her druid. I like
In
it.
my tiny goblin druid.
And perhaps a sprinkling of, paladin.
It's gonna.
Make it the weirdest
like-
combination of classes ever.
If we can get a little stick, I'll tie a dagger to the end, and that can be her halberd.
Could
But
she
she's
still
got a.
rage if she turned into a bear? So like she could go bear then rage, and it might be a good
Yeah,
combination.
rage bear.
Divine smite with the more.
I'm wondering if she could combine like the circle of stars with like paladin or something. She's just upset that she always has to use magic and it's limited, and like Tok is
I
there
never-
beating the crap out of things.
I never run out of halberd. Shouldn't tempt fate.
Exactly.
If you combined it with cleric, you could be a Twilight Domain cleric.
Thanks for following, Home Cleric.
This is a good opportunity when we actually have people in the chat to say, "Yeah, please follow us." That's now I'm just begging, but look, we're so close to 50, and I have promised to run a nerd quiz at 50 followers, and I really want to, and I can't until we get there.
We need friends.
Please be our virtual
Come
friends
play with us.
forever and ever and ever.
We're just scaring everyone away now. Yeah, no, people. Chat's Tale of Gaming Addiction just asking how it goes. I think it's safe to say we had a pretty overwhelming battle last session where we used everything to survive,
Everything.
and now we're in the dungeon with nothing. So the barbarian's not raging. The casters can't really cast anything.
There's one spell slot left.
Yeah.
Yeah, cantripping everything to
Two-
death.
2 first level spell slots, and that is it.
Your
One
paladin's
fourth
spent.
level.
Your paladin's spent now.
Yeah. Did we get fireballed 3 times?
2 or 3.
Something
That
like that. 2 or 3.
fireball was that feels cruel. Steve, that is cruel. You
It's
know
a
it
lovely
at pass.
effect.
You know what V is like.
Yeah. I must admit, I got more joy from it than I was expecting.
Ending the party, multiple games in a row.
Oh, look at them all there, clumped up in a little hole. Oh, yes.
Fireball.
Let's attack them from every angle.
You can't move with fireballs.
I'd say I hate you, but I just deeply respect the evil.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's the
but
first
the
time I've
thing
ever
is,
seen the cast not like a fireball when it's coming the other way. It's like, oh, is this what it feels like?
I appreciated the.
you Go
No,
ahead.
you go. You go.
I was just gonna say, it's like Steve always plans to like TPK us, like all in one go,
Oh.
whereas V's just picking us off one at a time.
Yeah, it's about making you care and then taking them away.
So Strahd is
That's
Strahd's
so
Strahd's a
worse.
war of attrition. We're just
I think Strahd is a challenge of how many character concepts you can come up with. And
Anyone,
I'll be
I'm
fine.
running out. I'm running out,
Well,
if I'm honest.
Man, I'm conscious that
Nat-
we've all formed a close bond, so I want to kill you all together if I can. Keep it inclusive.
Yeah.
It's fine for you
But
to exclude Herd.
Okay.
for anyone that
like,
is joining us for the first time, we play Curse of Strahd and Out of the Abyss alternating every Sunday around 7 o'clock. BST? And
yes, and
occasionally Icewind on Mondays.
And my character for Curse of Strahd has just got new character art, so he's going to die because that's how this works.
That's what happened to me. I commissioned 2 pieces of art for my character. Got one up straight away. The other one, the artist, unfortunately, just didn't deliver, and I got my money back. And and I died next session. Lost my head quite literally. So yeah, be careful.
Spoilers.
Be very careful.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoilers. Oh, I got better.
Edit that out post.
Good pirates or bad pirates?
Zipping after a
All
dragon.
pirates are good
What?
pirates.
I would be disappointed if you haven't all taken a level in Rogue / Swashbuckler.
Yeah.
It is the best rogue class.
That's still really vague. War crime pirates. What side of this war?
Are you like policing the war crimes or committing them? Well,
Or inventing new ones.
yeah.
Or scavenging from the victims of. Guys, are we the bad guys? Are all D&D parties the bad guys?
Mostly, yeah.
Depends on what side
Third
of
level
history
all
you're
tough
on.
times.
Dust Devil inside a ship. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be pretty horrible, wouldn't it? Yeah,
Like,
any ideas for horrible things to do inside ships? Please feel free to send me a message in private, because they have a lovely. Well, it's not lovely. It's pretty rubbish ship in Out of the Abyss, and I would love lots of great ideas on horrible things to do to them. The cursed doll has been especially wonderful.
Exactly. You have already stuck us in a ship with a cursed doll that's going to stab us in our sleep. Then you've put a secret room in there where we discovered a stowaway. We've got some were-rats. So I think you're doing okay on how to kill us in the ship.
Oh no, but Dust Devil.
It does feel like we need more in the ship.
I assume the Dust Devil is just the outcome of not dusting your ship.
when the were
Bad housekeeping.
Yeah. Oh, let's homebrew a dust bunny.
What would that do?
It
would be like a Dust Devil, but it would be a bunny form.
It would give Malice something else to adopt.
it would be a fantastic familiar, or just a pet from the Feywild.
Yeah, Pom
Meets
Cleric's
the
got the
slaves.
idea.
Yeah, yeah.
The cannonballs sent through. So what, was the ship rocking a bit and the cannonballs were fired through, or were they just rolling around everywhere?
No, it sounds like they've attacked another ship and didn't realise there were slaves on it. Is that right?
Oh,
Okay, that explains
Oh,
war crimes.
so
They
they're
they are
committing
classed
war
as
crimes.
non-combatants.
It's
that
You don't
escalated
attack a
quickly.
non-combatant.
That
That's
took a turn.
That's
The
cleared it
whole
up.
non-combatant immunity is a real thing, people.
Oh, they were being chased. They were being chased. So maybe they were defending themselves.
Non-combatant immunity is a
They were
real
defending
thing.
themselves without realizing there was. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
That
Dom,
is not an excuse. It is still a war
Actions
crime.
must
Sorry,
have
sorry. We
consequences.
It's very
somehow
difficult in the heat of the moment.
somehow talking about pirate-based role-play games, we have got round to one of my specialisms. So let's just put it out there: the non-combatant immunity. To try and respect it. Accidents may happen, but that doesn't mean that you're not legally held responsible for what atrocities you have caused.
But what if they look at you funny?
Well, yeah, or spill your pint.
Yeah.
Just
Which
just,
on a
just,
ship is very easy.
Yeah.
just go out to international waters.
Hazel
I-
started,
That's
Hazel
true.
started shouting non-combatant immunity, and all I could hear was that guy from Lethal Weapon
Yeah.
going, non-combatant immunity.
Oh, they've got a tank now. Somebody's driving a tank.
God damn.
You shouldn't
got
do
a
that on
tank.
water.
That is
Yeah.
pathetic.
Some of them can be amphibious.
Yeah,
It could
some
be
of them
Probably
do
not
float.
at sea.
Yeah, but amphibious vehicles are amphibious tanks.
To be
Like,
fair,
there's a
all
couple,
tanks. Yeah, all tanks
but they're
float.
not.
Some just don't float for very long.
For fuck's sake.
It is true.
What was that? There was this. There was the Follies vehicles in World War II, and they had some amazing, weird creations. I can't remember.
Oh, they had like ones
Sorry.
with chains on, rollers with chains,
Yeah.
like set off mines and all sorts of weird, quirky things. Yeah, there's some ideas.
It's hard to believe Hazel was asleep like 3 hours ago. Look at her now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very alive.
I miss war. Oh, that sounds very wrong. That is not what I meant.
Deploy
sound-
me again.
Hazel, it sounds like you need to give them a follow.
I
I missed
so-
the front
might
lines.
need to.
Sounds like, yeah, their game would scratch the itch by the sounds of it.
It might do. I might change my dissertation again, though. It's just getting further and further away from education, isn't it?
If you can get D&D in it, you're winning. That's the way I see
I've
it.
got D&D in it, and I've spent the last week, or last week, rather than teaching off the PowerPoint, I was supposed to be teaching off of. I was getting my students to read about D&D, and then getting them to critically analyze those papers. I now have a Google Docs that I'm slowly filling up with papers about the educational properties of D&D.
Yes.
So I am going to go for. I've scrapped everything else I was doing. I'm sticking with how tabletop RPGs can be used as a teaching platform for students with neurodiversities. So
I
at
think
some
it's
point I'm
perfect.
gonna, yeah, it's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna make it work. I just need to get a different supervisor and find more time in existence, and then I may require interviewing people. So I am depending on all of you.
Yeah, no
I'm
worries.
down.
Can you just combine education with war and do
War.
something about sixth form classrooms?
No, because that would be too traumatizing for me.
Not
But,
wrong.
the whole plan is to combine education and war. That is my life's goal. That sounds really dodgy, but it's true.
Now, I hate to be that fellow, but shall we
Well,
take the stream down before this becomes an impromptu podcast?
Yeah, well, on that note, I was thinking I should probably raid somewhere. Yeah, it's kind of becoming a very unusual podcast, though. Should
This
try
is
and
what we
raid
want for
somewhere?
the podcast. We want to
Yeah.
chat
If
with the
people
chat.
want,
Yes,
if
talk
people
bollocks.
want
We
to
do wanna
listen to
chat with
me
the
rant
chat.
about warfare and human rights violations, I can do that.
Talk about them, just don't do them
It is
again.
a speciality.
Don't do crime.
Hey,
That's the advice we have for you all.
Don't
Don't
do
do crime.
Unless you're good at it and won't
Normal
get caught.
crime's fine, just war crime. We're all right with normal crime.
Yeah, normal crime's okay, but no. Don't
Peacetime crime.
Don't do
fine.
crimes. Don't try crimes at home because you live there. That's kind of silly. Where?
what? Don't imply they should do it elsewhere.
No. Don't do any crimes.
Or you can get
Crimes-
caught.
You can
crimes
do
are
more
bad.
crimes just in your own home.
Yeah. I'm just having a
Oh,
look
God.
at what we could raid with our. I don't know how many there is now. Probably not many. But Table
Thanks.
Story is very good unless you want to talk about crime for a bit longer. But I don't know what they're playing. They've got some interesting wigs on by the looks of it.
Do it.
I love props.
They are.
Do it.
Right.
So thank you
Do it.
everyone. Thanks for dropping by. I will check out your
Yeah.
stream. It sounds like fun. I'm going to go and watch the War Crimes probably tomorrow now. But yeah, see you soon.
Night,
See you
night.
all.
8 people ready to raid. We're going.
Charge.
Bye-bye.
Has it done the thing?
It has.
Cannonball.
Done the thing.